Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. Brothers and sisters from different parts of the world, we're talking about selection, or election better to say. Whenever we want to select something, we have some criteria for that. Whenever we want to elect a president, we have different types of strong criteria for that. Surely we should have that. Okay, if you want to select somebody as your president, what are your criteria? You're going to buy a pair of shoes, you're going to buy a car, you're going to buy an apartment building. What are your criteria? What factors are important for you to select one president for your country? Can you tell me about that or not? Have you ever thought about this reality or not? That is the most important thing in your life. Selecting a president, selecting a leader, an executive leader for your country. You must have criteria. We can introduce 4 levels for that. Level 1, the most important thing for the level 1 is a'daliyya. In the Arabic term, it is afqahiyya. It means the most knowledgeable person in the field of Islam. He looks at the things, the propositions jurisprudentially. He knows about the religion systematically. He knows all the propositions, all the rules. He believes in that first. Second, he knows what is the right and what is the wrong, based on Islamic rules, based on divine rules. This is so important. The second aspect is called the a'daliyya, the justest person. Have you studied the man's life? Have you studied that president's life? He must be the justest person. You can have this criterion through studying the life of this person in the past. When he wants to behave different people in the country, different people around him, he behaves justly, not equally necessarily. Justice does not mean equality, never ever. He gives everybody his own due. He's not going to misbehave. He is actually behaving right. If he is behaving a doctor, he is behaving the way he must be behaved like that. If he is behaving a leader, the person who is superior to him, he is behaving and talking to him the way he is about to behave like that. He gives everybody his own due. This is called a'daliyya. And now, the third level is astaqiyya. Is he a truthful person or not? Is there a compatibility between the words of this person and his actions or not? By astaqiyya, we mean there must be a compatibility between the words and the actions. If not, we can say he is a hypocrite person. And hypocrisy will not work. Maybe at the beginning he works, and it works, but in the future, in the continuation, it will not. This is hypocrisy. And the fourth option on level 1 is awra'iyya. His actions and his decisions in presidency are risky or not. He's going to decide something in his presidential campaign, in his presidency, in a way that his decision puts the country at risk. Come on. Like, for example, a president in an Iranian country selects JCPOA as a national decision. This is not right, maybe, because you put the country at risk by this. Economically at risk, financially at risk, or materially at risk, or in the fields of security, you put your country at risk. This is level 1. Okay, if 2 people were like this, all of them have passed, both of them have passed this level. What about after that? Do we have other criteria or not? To select between the 2, both parties, all of them are afqah, a'dal, astaq, and awra. Both of them are like this. What about after that? Is there? Yes. We look at the popularity of the person. Which one is most popular among the good people, among the uqala and the knowledgeable and the intellectual people of the society? Which one is like that? We select that one. That is the right option. Okay, if those parties, both parties here, pass this level, what about the third level? Is there another third level for that or not? Yes, there is a third level. It is the compatibility of this person's words, actions, and his mottos to Quran and tradition. We refer to that. So, 4 options on level 1, then we refer to level 2, and level 3, the compatibility. What about after that? If both parties pass these 2 levels, we refer to level 4. We look at the media of the antagonistic parties. Okay, there are some negative approaches against the media, for example, in Iran or in other countries. Okay, what are the antagonist parties are talking about? Which person? Are they positive or are they negative? We refer to the words of our enemies, to the antagonists. If they talk positively towards somebody, we say this person is not right, because they are confirming him, because they are admitting him. One criterion is this, to look at the words of your enemies. If they talk for, you say this is not right. If they talk against, you say this is right. Because an enemy is not going to choose the right person for your country, okay? By strategic talks, they choose the right person for themselves, they choose the wrong person for ourselves. This is another criterion. So look, sometimes you can look at the words of the enemies of the other countries. So by this criterion, you can select between the 2. And what about the last one? If both parties could manage to pass this level, is there another factor or criterion to select between the 2? Yes, that's it. If there was not, for example, a popularity, if there was not somewhat like compatibility of the words, actions, and mottos with the Quran, is there another level? Yes. We can look at the decisions. How much risk this person's decision has in the fields of decision. If the decisions were right, okay, we say this decision is right, but it's not that much risky, or it is that much risky. If his decisions put your country at risk, then this person cannot be a good president. Inshallah, if God wills, we all select good people for our countries. So by this type of good selection, we go towards the utopia of Mahdawiyya in the near future and prepare the grounds for the reappearance of Imam al-Mahdi alayhi salam, inshallah ta'ala. Thank you very much. May Allah bless you all. Fi amanillah.